Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new, then welcome to this channel. Well, I'm back with one more interesting video because in the last video, we learned the basics of variables and constants in Python. But guess what? We didn't cover everything, and there are few more super useful tips and tricks that you definitely need to know. So let's continue right from where we left off. I did that intentionally because variables and constants are really important things, and these are actually the building blocks of programming, and I don't want it to be more complex by just dumping everything in one video. So I want to make it a parts, and in this video we are going to cover some more things related to the variables. So first things first, we have to follow some naming rules when it comes to assigning or creating a variable. So the rules of naming these variables, you have to follow these rules. You should never start with underscore, and you should start with letters. You have to always start with letters, and you can use underscore in between to when you're creating a variable name which has more than one word. Then at that time you can give something like this. So you should always keep these rules in mind whenever you're creating a variable. Okay. And now let's start with more tips for naming the variables. And if you see here, the first things first, do not use reserved words, because Python reserved words are nothing but the keywords which are already defined in Python. It could be a class or def, if, else, while. And these, you cannot give these as variable names because they do have some special meaning in programming language, not just in Python, in any other programming language. When you are creating a variable, when you are defining a variable, you have to always keep that in mind and check whether is that a reserved word, like is that word that you're giving have any meaning in programming, especially in programming. Like for example, class is having it have some meaning. It is used in object oriented programming, and I don't want you to stress about this object oriented programming now. This have some specific meaning. Okay, so always avoid reserved words. I have to tell you, the best example for avoiding reserved words is like if is actually a reserved word, because if is actually used to check the condition of a particular thing, and you are using it as a variable, and Python will be really crazy on you, thinking like it if has some other meaning, and why this guy is using it as a variable. It will never understand what's your intention if you give something like this. So here is a quick example. So like even before running, it is actually saying there is something wrong here, right? So it is actually expecting me to keep this thing here, but we are actually assigning a variable and it is not understanding what's going on. So that is why always keep that in mind, that never use reserved words. And always try to give a meaningful name, because instead of just writing x equal to 1500 or something, you can give something like account balance equal to 1500, right? Because now you will understand, rather than keeping x here, if you keep account balance, then it is more meaningful even for you to understand and go through the code. So that way, anyone reading your code, not just you, anyone reading your code, including you, the future you, knows what that value actually means. And also always try to stick with English, because even if you're comfortable in another language, English makes it easier for others to collaborate with you. So always try to use English rather than any other language. And always don't use any special characters, especially the symbols like at the rate, hashtag, dollar, percentage. And always stick to letters, numbers, and underscores. So this is what you have to follow. Instead of giving price dollars, you can give price USD. So these are the small things, but they really make your code cleaner, easier to read, and less buggy. Trust me. And coming to the assignment in Python, let's talk about the assignment, which is just a fancy word for saying, but it tells Python something like, hey Python, Store this value inside this variable. Store the value 10 in the variable number. Store the value Mary in the variable name. Store the value 1000 in balance. True in active. So assignment is nothing but equal to. Will tell the computer, tell the Python to store the value inside the variable. So it is a way you are telling the Python to save each of these values under a particular name so you can use them later. Easy stuff, right? So you can not just this, you can also actually store multiple assignments, you can create multiple variables, and at the same time you can assign multiple values. If you see here, I created three variables A, B, and C, and I gave 1, 2, and 3. Can you guess what value is going to stored in what variable? I want you to pause at this particular point and answer. Comment down your answer. Just want to see how curious you are when learning the Python. So, what's going on here is 1 will be stored in A, and 2 will be stored in B, and 3 will be stored in C. Let's try. Like, for example, A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3. And when you print A, you see A value is 1. When you give B, it will be 2. And also remember, the small variable A is different from the capital variable A. So this thing is also different, and these two are not same. So Python will think that this is a different variable. So always keep that in mind as well. Now let's work on something awesome, which is dynamic typing. So dynamic typing is nothing but give whatever the value that you want to give. Python will understand. You don't have to say that to the Python that it is an integer, it is a float value, it is a string. It will understand. It's like, I got it. If you see x equal to 10 and print type of x. This is for you to check whether you're giving the right value or right data type is running in the program or not. This is for you. So when you give the print type of x, so it is actually giving the class int. Int is nothing but it is an integer value. So that is how it is giving an integer. And you can also try something like hello and print type of y, then it will give you a string class. Then it will give you a float class. So Python will actually understand that it is an integer, it is a string, and it is a float. You don't have to say to it that it is something. And you can use same variable and you can give different data type. Python will also understand and it will change the type and value of the variable accordingly. But if you want to check what type of variable it is, then you can check by using this type function, Python type of variable name. Then it will give you what type is going on. So this is super helpful when you are debugging or just want to make sure your code is doing what you think it is. So let me just give you a quick heads up. And these are actually the reserved words that you should never use. Like you should never use and, as, assert, async. So these are the keywords that you have to keep that in mind whenever you're creating a variable, and check whether it is a valid keyword in the Python or not. And then you can go. And also, this can be the rule one, and also follow the naming conventions. Always start with the word rather than starting with the number, and don't use special characters, especially when you are using multiple words in between. All right, that was the deep dive into the variables that we missed earlier, and we have covered the smart ways of naming the variables, and we have covered assigning the values, and we also covered dynamic typing, and then we have covered the reserved words. So, if you have enjoyed this series, don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment if you have got any questions. And subscribe to catch the next one, where we'll explore how Python reads lines and how to write helpful comments in your code. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.